Good evening, my friends, on what has been a ridiculously busy wrestling news day again, courtesy of WWE and Vince McMahon again. Hello, it is WrestleScope 146. The main event of Raw is getting ready to kick off. Yes, I know I'm interrupting the main event of Raw, but that's all right. That's all right. Let me first say, the first 2 hours were actually pretty good. It all kind of fell off the rails with that whole Logan Paul Miz segment. Maurice should not have come out to do a promo because it just sounded awful. Plain awful. Hello, with the ones. How are you? So let's talk about the news of the day. Yes, Maurice did look good, but okay, this is going to sound bad. Maurice needs to be there, not to talk, just to be there. Okay. Oh man, there's something I could say here about that segment, but I'm not going to. All right, let's talk about the big news of the day. A press release went out this morning, just as the New York Stock Exchange was opening, with WWE officially announcing via press release that Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan were taking over as co-CEOs of WWE. And kind of buried below that was, it was one of those, oh, and by the way, Paul Levesque is taking over creative. It kind of got buried under the headline. So we got that news and thought, okay, that's going to be the big news of the day. And then all of a sudden, the Wall Street Journal hits us again. They just have a knack for doing this. The Wall Street Journal hit with a story, which was actually updated just a few hours ago, that there are new federal investigations into the hush money that Vince McMahon had sent out, but now WWE is being investigated as well. The Securities and Exchange Commission and federal prosecutors have launched inquiries into payments that were made by Vince McMahon to settle allegations of sexual misconduct. This coming from people very familiar with the matter. The media company said Monday, this is coming directly from the Wall Street Journal, has received regulatory, investigative, and enforcement inquiries, subpoenas, or demands in connection with millions of dollars in hush money packs. It is now come to light that $14.6 million it was disclosed in a new security filing from WWE that between 2006 and 2022 there are payments of $14.6 million that Vince McMahon used company money to pay these things. So it appears that what happened with this money, Vince McMahon did not take his own personal money. He was taking company money to pay this, because if you think about it, first there was the $3 million, then there was the approximate $12 million, which puts you right around 15 million. There's that money right there. So now, not only do you have the board of directors of WWE investigating and multiple law firms investigating for stockholders, now you have the Securities and Exchange Commission and the United States government, including the Internal Revenue Service, investigating this. And it appears that this is what forced Vince McMahon out. These further inquiries into these finances is what pushed Vince McMahon to resign. So it wasn't, he was doing the right thing. This is ugly. And I would encourage you, I'm not going to read through this entire story here. I would encourage you to read this story on the Wall Street Journal. And what's funny, WWE stock rose 8.4% to 71.81 today. Oh, this is interesting. So, quoting the Wall Street Journal story here, shares of WWE stock rose 8.4% to 71.81 in trading Monday. Vasily Karasov, an analyst for Cannonball Research who covers WWE, said investors were responding to the possibility of a sale now that Vince McMahon has retired. Whoa. Think about this. 6 weeks ago, we first heard about the $3 million secret settlement to the former employee that he reportedly had an affair with. Then a couple weeks later, we got the $12 million in payments. Now, all of a sudden, all of this is happening. Vince McMahon's kingdom has crumbled underneath him very quickly. And the question that's been weighing on me all day long, $14.6 million of payments coming from company money. Who else in the company knew? It's not like Vince could just, go to a vault and say, hey, I'm going to take $14.6 million of cash out. Well, Adam, you did hear Paul Heyman reference that, didn't you? I got to tell you, Heyman and Roman were on fire tonight in that opening segment. Heyman telling the sound guy, hey, basically, you're going to be the next one out the door. And then Roman telling Theory, hey, your daddy ain't here no more. Classic stuff there. That was great. Yeah, who did he piss off at the Wall Street Journal? I don't know. But they are doing an incredible job with this. And keep in mind, the Wall Street Journal, they are straight up business news economics. Yeah, they dabble into entertainment and things like that, but they don't get into the world of professional wrestling. They are a straight up news source, and they've been breaking all this stuff. And I mean, this one could be the most damning thing against Vince McMahon now. It is borderline embezzlement. And that's a tough word to use here. Another question that I have, along with who else knew? There's got to be others in the organization that knew that this was going on. Who else is going to be a fall guy? But the question I have to ask, and I threw this out today, and unfortunately I did it too late in his stream. SPC from True Heel Heat, love the guy. If you have not been watching True Heel Heat, you need to check them out. They do an amazing job. They have some very entertaining streams. If you really want to have fun with it, they talk, they literally talk everything. But I threw the question out there, and it just came too late into their live stream today. Is this announcement today, is this going to open the door to a class action lawsuit from former talent and employees that have lost their jobs due to budget cuts between 2006 and 2022? You would have to think there's a lawyer out there somewhere that is looking at this like, hey, we could file a class action lawsuit against WWE and Vince McMahon. This is just beginning, folks. We have not heard everything. I'm going to keep saying it. There is more to come. I mean, there was a story over the weekend. Paul London. I don't know how many of you remember Paul London. Tag team partner with Brian Kendrick for a long time. He came out and, well, he made some allegations concerning Vince McMahon. And I want to see if I can actually find it. Oh, no, actually against Kevin Dunn. Here we go. Yeah, this is specifically what Paul London said. And I quote, I do remember specifically many times when she, Ashley Massaro, would be crying to me because Vince was propositioning her to fly on the jet with them, London said. Kevin Dunn, Bucktooth Bucky, would be telling her that she has to fly on the jet with them. Every now and then, they would always put the divas up at like the TV hotel or whatever. He'd be knocking on her door trying to get her to answer. Now, unfortunately, Ashley Massaro passed away a few years ago. But, Paul and Ashley were in a relationship. And he has come public that, he believes that Vince McMahon was sexually harassing Ashley. Now, again, this is allegations coming from one person, and unfortunately, we won't be able to hear her side of the story because she passed away. But I get the feeling we are going to be hearing more stories like this. There is more to come, unfortunately. There may be some women that are still afraid to say anything because maybe they're still in the business and they don't want it to affect them. Maybe they're embarrassed by what happened. Maybe it's a situation of they don't want to rehash this hurt. Yeah, Montez got busted open. I see that. I've only been half paying attention to this match because, we're talking about a very serious subject here. Yeah, he definitely didn't blade either, though. Not sure where he took a shot that happened. Yeah, I guess it's right underneath one of his eyes, which obviously, yeah, you're right, TKG. Well, are they TV 14 tonight? I don't think they are. I don't think they are. I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me see if I can. No. TV PG tonight. It's not TV 14. I just looked. So, like I said, and I've been saying this for a month and a half now, and I'm going to keep saying it. It's just the tip of the iceberg right now with all of this. We are there. Sadly, there are going to be more stories coming out. It's very unfortunate. Well, Vinny, Nope, 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 nope. First of all, we're not going to go that route. Kevin McTaggart, how are you, sir? Good to see you. We are not going to compare Vince McMahon's situation to anyone else's right now, and we're not going to turn this into a political issue here. Okay? I'm just going to leave it at that. Who else is going to fall with Vince McMahon in this? I mean, we've already seen one allegation against John Laurinaitis. You know, there have been, you know, kind of backhanded rumors about Kevin Dunn for years. There's been things about Bruce Pritchard, and you know, and I'm not calling out any of these guys because I don't know anything. I'm just saying, you know, rumors and innuendo that I have heard about for years about those guys. Will we start hearing anything else? I don't know. TKG, that is a great question. Are you talking wrestling talk shows, wrestling podcasts? There has to be, you'd think on like Sirius XM, there would be. Vinny, that's a great question. Would these changes make some wrestlers want to come back? There is a strong possibility. Now, there are some dissenting opinions about probably the biggest name out there, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt he worked a lot directly with Vince McMahon, but there was tension between those two as well. So he had a good relationship with him, but there was a lot of tension. So, look how quickly they cleaned up Montez Ford, and I don't know, did they put super glue on the cut maybe? Where he's not bleeding anymore? Very interesting. Yeah, they sealed up that cut. And it wasn't on his eye. It looked like it was on the bridge of his nose. And Roman is just beating the living crap out of him. Maybe Aaliyah's going to get involved in the match on Sunday. I mean, keep in mind when Dominic first debuted in the Thunderdome era, Aaliyah Mysterio was out there, and wasn't she? Wasn't there was a TV story that they did a storyline where she was gonna run off with Buddy Murphy. Remember? I had completely forgotten about that. Yeah. Because who is Rhea Ripley in a real life relationship with? Buddy Matthews. Oh my goodness, I'm sounding like Seth Rollins. I'm sorry. Richie, no, Brock is not there tonight. Brock is not there tonight. I'm curious to see how this ends, though. And it's interesting that Riddle is in this match. Well, they did. They had him do the promo, then they had the match with the Judgment Day, and then they had the whole thing in the back where he got attacked. So realistically, he got, 3 full segments on the show tonight. Yeah, they are a real life couple. That's one of the reasons why we have not seen Buddy with House of Black, because I believe, this is just speculation on my part, when Rhea was gone, dealing with her medical issues, he was at home with her. He was doing the right thing and he was taking care of her. So we could potentially see him back this week. I know he was dealing with an injury of his own. All right, we're coming up on the close here. Imagine if Riddle got the victory here over Roman Reigns. I mean, the only thing that really makes sense here would be Riddle to take the pin. See, I just called it. Adam Pearson, anything's possible. It could happen. Shock the world at MSG. That was probably my favorite thing of the entire show, was everything with Theory. He's got the bloodline ticked off at him. He's got Bobby Lashley ticked off at him. He's got Dolph Ziggler coming after him. It was incredible. Just everything going on with that. It was a thing of beauty tonight. You want to see Riddle join Judgment Day? No, that would be like a complete 180 on his character. Whoa! Look who's here. Oh, that's right, because I forgot Seth and Riddle have a match. Wow, Seth just completely blowing off Roman. I like that little interaction, though. Yeah, I was just thinking, boy, we haven't seen Seth Rollins on the show tonight. And this is the go home Raw for SummerSlam. I mean, Seth, realistically, he has completely dominated Riddle in this feud leading up to SummerSlam. He has truly. Oh my goodness. That was nasty. Riddle's got all of his nails painted red. That was a great go home segment right there. What an amazing way to end Raw. I really like. I'll tell you, minus a few little things, Raw impressed me tonight. Raw really did impress me tonight. I would certainly hope so. Seth needs something big here. So Eric, the understanding I have from stories I've read, they've worked things out professionally. I mean, they're not going to be best friends. They're not going to be hanging out. It was Riddle's ex-wife that made some really stupid comments that really offended Seth and Becky. And from what I read, Riddle actually apologized to him for it, did not condone it, and they're amicably working together. I mean, they're not going to be buddy, but they've dealt with the issue, and yeah. No, Buddy Murphy is not going to join Judgment Day. He's in AEW right now. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Yeah, Seth did look like Michael Jackson tonight. So what did you all think of Raw tonight? I think oh, okay, Trey, I missed that one. You said if. Hi, Abby, how are you tonight? I actually thought the show was pretty good. Everything surrounding the bloodline, Austin Theory. I did like the interaction. The interaction between AJ and Dolph Ziggler. I like that. Yeah, boy. I'd be pretty close to it. I'd probably say an 8 out of 10 tonight, just because the one thing that dragged it down tonight was the whole Miz and Logan Paul, Miz, Maurice, and Logan Paul. We got good build for really good build for most of the Raw based matches tonight. We didn't have any of the stupid crap with Ezekiel. We didn't have 24/7. It was a very focused show tonight. And probably the best 3 hours that Raw has done all year long. Quite honestly. It wasn't perfect. There's still room for improvement. I love the fact that Alexa Bliss finally has some direction, and she called her shot that she's coming after whoever the Raw Women's Champion is coming out of Saturday. Finally, we're getting some direction, with the 5-foot goddess. So, okay, so Adam, I did talk about this a little bit last night, but we'll talk about it again right now. I understand Jonathan Gresham's frustration with AEW because he's not the only one. He was not happy with his storylines. He was not happy with the lack of push for the world title match at Death Before Dishonor. He was not happy with the amount of time the match was given. He felt like he was being disrespected. But conversely, is he being a little whiny bitch? Okay. I can only base my opinion on what I've heard, and the only thing I have heard is what came from Fightful Select. And, they listed off the things that he was upset about, the fact that he cussed out Tony Khan, which, first of all, you don't cuss out the boss, okay? no matter how upset you may be with him, you don't cuss him out. Okay? And Gresham needs to remember Tony Khan controls his fate. Now, he may be able to do independent appearances because that's probably what his deal is. But Tony Khan doesn't have to release him. He can just keep him there, and he can not be able to go to Japan. He can not be able to go to Impact, whatever. Will Tony Khan play that card? I don't know. If I were him, I would not make a rash decision on this, because if he suddenly releases Jonathan Gresham because he wants out, that's going to open the door for other performers that aren't happy to request their releases. And Tony Khan has not been known for that. The only out and out release that I know of that is not related to a contract expiring, which that's not a release, that's just not renewing a contract, was Evilise. And anybody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. Evilise was, I believe, released from her contract because of, well, some issues. I believe she's the only one that AEW has done that with. I don't want to see Carmella and Alexa. Lucas, I know you'd want to see that. I don't want to see that. Yes, the Who's Your Daddy chant was great tonight. Yeah, Adam, back to this again. This is an issue that Tony Khan's got to fix, because Gresham's not the only one that has complained about lack of communication and other things like that within AEW. Joey Janela did it. Marco Stunt did it. I mean, we've been hearing it from people that have been released, so you could say it's sour grapes. I don't know. But my opinion is he's spreading himself too thin. Trying to run two companies, trying to do all the creative for both. Granted, Ring of Honor right now does not have a weekly television deal. We don't know when the next pay-per-view is going to be. We don't know a whole heck of a lot at this point. There could be some announcements coming up soon, but who knows? He's got to get things under control, because he can't afford to have too many talent get ticked off at him right now. Trey, you're wondering if Moxley is happy in AEW. Why wouldn't he be? He's the interim champion right now. I know his name has popped up that could potentially go back to WWE, but it's got to be hard for somebody like him to look back and think about, look at that last year that he was in WWE. That was not a very good year for him. Awful storytelling for him. And would he have the freedom to go and do the things that he's doing right now? No. I think he's pretty happy. No, we talked about Max last night. And yeah, there's that whole situation too with Maxwell Jacob Friedman. That nobody knows what's going on with him right now. No, it's Elrod. It's Elrod. All right, so yeah, Jon Moxley is getting to be Moxley. He's getting to be Moxley. He's not saddled with the Shield. He's not saddled with the Lunatic Fringe. He can pretty much go out there and be the guy that he's being the guy that he was on the independent scene. That's what he is. Chris is asking, does Theory cash in at SummerSlam? He will attempt to. But, they've got this whole thing going on with Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is going to cost him on a couple of occasions cash-in opportunities. That's what they're building up for. Yeah, they did add, Cade, you're right, they did add a no DQ match between the Judgment Day and the Mysterios. That's when we're going to get the return of Edge. He was supposed to be there tonight. What the heck? Oh, that was my TV. He was supposed to be at MSG tonight, but travel plans changed or whatever, so he was not there. Just because Vince is gone doesn't mean all the tension is gone. It doesn't mean all the tension is gone. And reportedly, Vince may have been backstage tonight. And obviously, it's the spiritual home of WWE. He is still, keep in mind, everybody, he is still the majority stockholder of the company. So even though he resigned as the chairman, CEO, relinquished all of his creative power, he is still the majority stockholder of the company. So he is not 100% gone. Vince McMahon will not be 100% gone until one of two things happens. One, he sells off all of his stock, or two, God forbid, he dies. That's the only way. Plain and simple. Yeah, Rhea Ripley was wearing the I'm Your Poppy shirt. That was a funny moment. That truly was a funny moment. Can't let that go, can we? Yes, the Max Dupree character is gone. I don't know what's going to happen, if they're going to repackage him or what. I'm trying to think. Was the LA Knight character brought in when Triple H? Yeah, that was brought in when Triple H was still running NXT, right? So you'd have to think Hunter likes that character. But who knows? All right, guys, I am going to get out of here. Trey, I don't know if they're going to release him. I don't know if they're going to release, but anything's possible at this point. I've been saying for a couple of weeks, we have got to be due. Well, are we going to be seeing the releases now? Is that going to happen still? Or now that Triple H is in charge of talent relations, are they going to hold off on all these releases? It'll be interesting to see, because it won't be Johnny Ace making the phone calls. It's going to be Hunter Hearst Helmsley. It's going to be Paul Levesque. Yes, Max Dupree was garbage. Oh my goodness, yes. We got the Saudi show coming up soon, and Mansoor. Yeah. They need to just dump that whole thing. Just like they did with Eva Marie, just like they did with Emelina. Let's dump it. Forget about it. It's in the past. Shut the website down. It's over. Mansoor. Yeah. That was pretty bad. The vignette is Edge. We've known that for 3 weeks now. The vignette is Edge. There's no doubt about that one. No. I had actually, I will be honest, when they first announced that that they were taking, auditions on the website, I was actually going to send something over just as a joke to see what kind of a stupid response I'd get. You talking to study review shows? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do review shows. I first of all, the best review shows are the ones that have multiple people doing them. Whoa, wait, Adam, calm down, calm down. Are you an Emma fan? Is that why? Or were you just disappointed when they dropped the whole Emelina thing? I don't think I've ever seen Adam Pearson angry, and I have angered him. I'm a little bit concerned. My goodness, don't get mad at me, sir. I don't like that. I don't like it when people get angry with me. I'm Adam Pearson. Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. He'll turn into a green Brit. Look out. Trey, you're asking, would I do review shows? Probably not. Hey, get my ass out of your mouth. Oh, no. All right, just for this didn't end up being the raw booze the raw booze show tonight, but I think it needs to turn into that all of a sudden. Yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit of the mango habanero whiskey into my lemonade here because after the, I don't even know how much I put in. After that, yep. Yes. I will. I will talk about that because the fair starts next week, Thursday. All right. Oh, that's not bad. Lemonade with a kick. Lemonade with a kick. Yep, there was the line. Yeah, Lucas, we'll have to see because next week's going to be a crazy week for me. A lot of stuff going on realistically starting Friday for the next couple of weeks. So, Marcus, my day was good. How have you been, man? How are you doing? I know it's been a rough couple of weeks for you. Who's my daddy? My father. I'm just kidding. Did they tease a heel turn with Ray in the purple tonight? I don't know. I can't see them doing a Rey Mysterio heel turn. So how excited are you for SummerSlam? I think it's going to be a decent show. This is still going to be a lot in the vein of Vince McMahon booking here. They're not going to start making massive changes until after next week. When does PG-14 start? We don't know. Lucas, you'd rather watch the UFC pay-per-view? Eric, you're going to watch the highlight. I'm going to, well, I have to think. Show starts at 7. Yeah, actually, I may not be home for the first hour of it. I may miss the first hour of it on Saturday night. I'll have to see. I mean, I probably will make oh, the weekend's looking good. That's good. That's good. Okay, sorry. Uh Possibly. Yeah, SummerSlam is listed as TV 14. When do we get the Riddle push? I don't know. It could be coming soon. I think one of the first things that needs to happen is they need to split up the main men's titles, and they need to split up the tag team titles. They need to get rid of the undisputed champions. That has got to stop. How are they going to do it? I don't know. I originally had a thought on it, but I don't think that's going to happen now. I think something will end up having to happen at the draft where Triple H just comes out and says, listen, we need to have champions on each individual show. So, the Usos, I don't think they're going to split up the bloodline. And I think they will keep them on SmackDown. I think they'll keep them on Fox. Because you're going to get that power play between Fox and NBC Universal. They're going to have to do something to split up the belts. And it's going to require an authority type thing to happen. Are they going to do a Vince Russo type hard reset of things like he did in WCW? No. I'd be shocked if they did that, though. That would really turn things upside down if they came out and said, all right, we are doing the draft and all of the championships are vacant. All the championships are up for grab, no matter what it is. That would be kind of a crazy thing to do, but I don't see it happening. I really don't see that happening. All right, everybody, I am going to get out of here. I got to try getting to bed a little bit earlier tonight than I've been going to bed. So I will be back tomorrow night. Not 100% sure what time tomorrow night yet. I'm at the point, actually, I don't even know if I'm going to watch NXT. I don't. So 1 in 3 adults admit to stealing coworkers' food. Well, I don't have to worry about that where I work because there's just 3 of us. One of them is my son. The other one is my boss, and he's kind of a weird, picky eater. So, and we order out for lunch every day anyways. So we the ones, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, I don't think we have anybody on Twitch tonight, do we? I don't know. I haven't even looked. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, please give a like to this, especially on YouTube. It helps the algorithm if you like the video. I tend to forget to look and see what is going on YouTube while we're on. I always forget to look and see, and I got to be careful here because I don't want double audio. Actually, let me bring it up and mute it. Well, we got a couple of likes. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, please give it a like. Like I said, it really helps. It really helps with the algorithms here. So, and thank you so much for all the likes on TikTok. I really appreciate that. Hopefully you guys have been checking out the content I've been putting on TikTok. It's been primarily just new stuff. I'm working on doing some other things as well. I just enjoy doing the new stuff, and today was one of those days I was able to jump on with a bunch of stuff. And today was another one of those days too where I was able to jump on YouTube and record something and put it on today, which I'm going to try doing more of. Unfortunately, I'm in a position where I can't, I don't have the capability to be able to do something in a studio or whatever during the day. So, I have to do it either on my phone or my iPad, and don't have the best background. I actually could work on making a background at work because that's what we do. Actually, I used to have, I don't know what it, oh, I know what I could do. I know what I could do. I figured it out. All right. I'm going to get going, everybody. Have a great night. We will talk tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget, coming up on Friday is live episode 150. I'm encouraging everybody to tune in for that one. If you're kind of in and out, I mean, I've got some people that are in here every single night, and I appreciate it. But I'm encouraging everybody on all the platforms to tune in on Friday night. Okay. It's going to be kind of, I don't want to say it's a special show. It's going to be an important show, though. Okay. Oh, and Adam Pearson, if you're still here, I forgot about your one comment back here. We were talking about True Heel Heat. I gotta find it here. Gotta find it. Yes, they are utterly hilarious at True Heel Heat. I love that whole crew. Chrissy and SP3 and Romeo when they have Dutch Mantel on. It is just great. It really is great. Yes, I'm happy Champ is on TV right now too. Oh, Shark Week is on. That's right. Shark Week is on. Maybe I need to get I've been trying to find a Shark Boy mask. Not the kids character, but the wrestler Shark Boy. Was trying to find. That's a mask I want to add to the repertoire, and I can't find one. So, all right, I'm rambling. I'm going to get out of here. Have a great night. Talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll see if we have any breaking news again tomorrow. With this Vince McMahon thing, you just never know.